Well, a very, very, very good morning, one and all. Welcome to another edition of What's on Your Mind, but not like a normal What's on Your Mind, because we've come to the end of the season. Can you imagine it? You know, every morning, myself, the real deal Olive, we get up and jump into the studio on a Saturday morning to give you hopefully an insightful and lively breakfast show. And we have come to the end of season 5. It is by far our biggest and longest endeavor. I mean, I think if I'm not wrong, it is 16 episodes that spanned across, the holiday season, Christmas. And as always, before we move into what we call like the special sections, where we have our special guests that come in on the show, we like to do a bit of a season recap. So it always falls on yours truly, me, to develop and have a look and see what we can do for a season's recap. And boy, all I can say is that this job this year was humongous. I mean, biggest season ever, so much great content, so many different things that were discussed, especially when you're running through Christmas. That's like, wow, it's a lot on its own. And, in true tradition to all of our listeners, we kind of tried to categorize it in ways that you guys can take the bite sizes and be able to digest it. So it's the whole of season 16. What can I say? I have the greeting section, brand new section that we introduced as well. The comments, that's something new. We're covering the news section. We've got our topics. We've got the herbs or the fruit or the veg of the week. And last but not least, I have those all important laugh sections. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on. But thank you so much for joining. And I think I want to jump straight into it. Why not, DJ Val? Yes, let's jump straight into it. So as always, the real deal has she's commissioned herself to provide us with different greetings from all around the world. And let's kick off with those greetings first and foremost.
For today hails all the way from Mexico.
Mexico.
You know what it is? It's simple. What is it, DJ?
Ondele, arriba.
No, that's hurry up.
Then it's got to be...
hello, it's just a simple one. Hello, what is that? You say it all the time.
Buenos dias.
No, hola.
Hola, okay.
Hola. They're the owners of hola. Then again, many people say hola, though. Many Spanish, Latin based, they say hola. But they also say another one. When you say hola, if you want to respond, I'm okay, you can say vale.
Vale.
Yes, vale, not val. Vale.
So it's Spanish. So the V will be pronounced V. So vale.
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you.
Valencia, vale.
Okay. Thank you. Hola, how are you all? You keeping good? Thank you so much for the worship session. Thank you. Starting it off really nice and soft and picking it up there at the end. Thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it.
It's my baby, my babino.
I know sometimes when the worship is really good, we begin to run our own commentary on the worship as well. But it's okay. Thank you so much for the commentaries. Keep it coming. Yeah, God bless you all. On national news, nothing for me from national news except the cold snap. Are we still expecting snow?
They said it could come in. We're in February, so it could come in
February.
February.
Is nearly gone.
It could come in February.
February is nearly gone.
Oh, that's a clever shot.
How did you spend your Valentine's Day?
Somebody went to a fancy restaurant. Well, all three of us went to a restaurant.
Family thing.
Yeah, it was a family thing.
Nah, but you had the little treat with your self-care.
Oh, yes. It's a treat for me. I don't think it's a treat for those guys in the shop when I get in there, because it's like they're hammering away all the dead skin. It's like there's enough skin for another foot when they do it. So.
His usual manicurist or pedicurist, it's so hard to get hold of her. So now
so far away,
found
in all fairness.
There's people who are local and they're doing a fair enough job. So it's a real treat when we can get to go. For me, it's a proper. I treat it like daytime. But anyway, right. Really quickly, we've got so much to discuss today. On international news, the only one that got my attention, and for many reasons, Trump sends us back to plastic straws. He's reverted.
I actually thought that was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke.
That's good, actually.
Because, I mean, the whole thing was to do with straws, but it's a bit more than the straws. Because remember, to find plastic disposable cutleries is so hard. Now, because of what we do, events and all of that, sometimes you need it. And it became a problem. We've had to revert to wooden spoons, etc. But also sometimes at home with the kids, I want that. But he's saying no. He likes the reusable plastics. He's saying.
Go on. I saw what he said, and it does make sense.
Because there were different companies and run by different families. Most of them are all family-run businesses. But anyhow, the hello there is gusgut.
Huh?
It's pronounced GRUB. The B is funny. The B's got an S and GOTT, and it's gusgut. Gusgut. That's how it's pronounced. And the original meaning of the word is a Catholic-inspired greeting, meaning God's greeting. So like shalom, it's like a mini blessing, mini prayer. Gusgut. So gusgut is hello in Austria. And they've got some other dialects like a servus, which means that's another kind of greeting. But this is the general one. Right. So moving on to your segment of the show. Thank you all so much for your contributions. Are we having something? Sound effects?
Yeah, we can do sound effects. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your contributions to the live show last week. Bonjour, bonsoir.
Ça va bien?
Ça va? Kedu? Baoni Sanu, Sani Bonani. And my greetings. I'm sure you've missed that. My greetings.
We have a new greeting for a new season.
Shalom. Hello. I'm just throwing it all out there because I've missed all of you. How are you? My greeting for today hails all the way from Portugal. In Portuguese, they say good morning is bom dia. Spelled B-O-M-D-I-A. But it's pronounced bon dia. How are you all? Bon dia. Good morning.
Same in Brazil.
It's the same.
Well, I hope you really enjoyed that section. I just couldn't keep from laughing, really. I make some really silly faces and I do some really silly things. And you can see the frustration in the whole Portuguese. Not the Portuguese one, the Spanish one, where I just couldn't get what it was. And, a lot of times you people think that I set out to frustrate the real deal. I don't. I'm just trying to think of answers so that I don't look like I'm dumb on air. But hey, what can I say? It's my job and I love it. But some great greetings from around the world. Was there any particular greeting that stuck out for you that we've done? Maybe not just in season 5, but something else. If you do, I know that you guys are watching via the comments, so please do reach out and hit us on the comments. And remember, you can always contact us live in the studio, 07960219366. As I like to say, brings you through to the broadcasting suite. Maybe not now, but maybe you've got a thought for later on, or hit us up on soulfoodoffice@gmail.com. So here's a new section that came in, and it was inspired by you. So I've given it a lot of time. You guys had said it'd be great if we could capture your comments and have those comments as part of the show. We listened. That's what we did. We really, really listened, and we decided to bring those elements into the show. And all I can tell you is it was brilliant. I don't know who suggested it. It was a brilliant idea. And we always recap the viewers' comments. And those are the comments, not that you put necessarily in the live chat, but it's at the comments at the end of the show. So let's go over and have a look and see what you guys were saying, not us. The show's called What's on Your Mind, but we want to know what you guys were saying. All right.
That brings me straight into your segment of the show, your comments. So I've got your comments from the most recent show. Unfortunately, I couldn't curate all the old ones, but anyhow.
Because somebody didn't do them when
I know. I kind of slacked off a bit on that one. But hey, the most recent, Pastor Alice on Purpose. Mr. Kunle, and we had a new visitor. Mrs. Roberts was in the house.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Please do tell her.
How could I forget?
Tell her to. Yes, it was a pleasant surprise. And I like the way she introduces. I'm Mr. Kunle's wife. Dig deeper is how we're going. Mr. Frank, very well done. Great work on the content and delivery. Shalom. Yes, her delivery is something else. She's so on point. Well, then again, she's a pastor. She does this every week. So, and did you notice she had no notes? Those questions were off the cuff. So that's Femi says, very well delivered. So I've replied to all your messages. Thank you so much. And I hope you do see my replies when I do reply.
Huh?
It's their section of the show.
So I should be quiet. I see.
We've had the worship section.
I see.
So Ifoma says, the segments on Sage was so enlightening. From its health benefits to its festive uses, it's definitely in the spot in my pantry and in my life. Lovely. Just make sure you throw it in, whatever you do.
With stuffing.
Yes, throw it in. Don't just go for the regular shop's own or pack of stuffing. Get the pack, get more sage, zhuzh it up.
Put more sage.
Yeah, put more sage, just zhuzh it up.
Or you can put oh no, sorry.
No recipe today. We're not talking recipes. Your time of the show, your section. Your comments. It's your spotlight. Start kicking us off is Mr. Frank. Shalom. What a deep dive into culture, nature, nurture. Mandela's life showed how all three shape us, but character and purpose define us. Mr. Frank, you're spot on. Character and purpose, two subjects that we've covered in depth on the show, really do define us. And of course, it closes off with shalom. Shalom to you too. Thank you so much for your live contributions, for your posts, show contributions. We appreciate you. Thank you. Miss Ifoma, the discussion on Mandela's leadership was powerful. His ability to balance forgiveness and reconciliation is a lesson for us all. Today was amazing as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Today is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. This is your part of the show. And what does that mean? We get to review your comments.
What's on your mind last week?
Yes. What did you think of what was on your mind? I must say thank you so much. For those who take time after the show to go, you could very easily switch off and carry on with your day, but you take time to go back in and put these comments. I really, really appreciate them, because what it does, it also brings traffic when people do read the comments, and the comments themselves. So Maggie, my girl, she goes, wonderful graduation. Shout out to Miss Tony on her master's achievement. Kudos to the live chat family too for bringing the energy. Yes, they do. The live chat needs to show up its own. Ifoma, my girl, says, magnificent 7 of wisdom, insightful as ever. Each unique type of wisdom adds a new layer to our understanding. Yes. Thank you all so much for your contributions. Are we having something? Sound effects?
Yeah, we can do sound effects. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for your contributions to the live show last week. Many of you were like, wow, it was nice to see your engagement and also read the posts, show comments. Right, starting from Mr. Kunle Roberts. A powerful, I'm not sure if this is from Mr. and Mrs. or we'll take it from Mr. and Mrs. A powerful and engaging episode. The conversation on how nature and nurture influence us was truly an eye-opener. Looking forward to more great discussions in the coming weeks.
Nature versus nurture.
So am I. I am really looking forward to it.
Me too.
Thank you so much for being patient with us. Because some of these serious subjects kind of take a while to
warm up.
Yeah, to unwrap. You have to kind of unwrap them gradually.
Almost like you need a warm-up guy to come on and say, hey, did you hear the joke about nature, nurture and culture? And they go, no, I don't know the joke about nature, nurture and culture. Well, I'm not really sure if I can share that with you, because things may have changed on the way in the environment. So I was trying to use a bit of nurture. I'll tell you what, my challenge is to come up with a joke about nature and nurture and culture next week.
Go for it.
You got to remind me.
Okay, I will remind you. Maggie. Great show as always.
Hello,
the
Maggie.
Balance of wisdom, humor, and deep conversation made it a standout episode. Soul Food Radio never disappoints. Thank you, Maggie. Have you sent me your details so I can get the merchandise to you all? Have you received any details?
I've received no details as of yet. Please be reminded, people of God.
It's only those who sent to my personal one, but I know those ones personally.
So who is humor? Who is wisdom? And what was the other thing she said?
Balance of wisdom, humor, and deep conversation, because they were trying to work out whether my humor, well, apart from Maggie's comment, someone on the show, I'm not sure who wrote it in the chat, because again, I don't have too long.
About whether or not your humor,
my humor is nurtured from you. Not really. My parents were quite.
Are you sure though?
Comedians.
Because you're it's good.
My parents were crack-ups. Honestly, my humor isn't even quick at all. My parents had.
But don't you think being with me, you have to be quick-witted as well to get some of my.
Yeah, I hear it, but I've also inherited some of it. I know. And it used to be laser sharp.
You've inherited, but what we're saying is, has it been nurtured? That's the question that we were asked.
Or not
has it
to
been
be
nurtured by being in the cultural environments, the environs of DJ Val?
I've been nurtured all my life, and that includes you.
All my life I have been nurtured. Okay. All right.
Moving on, Boomy.
That was actually quite good. That was quite. Come on, you got over that. That was good. That was good.
Okay, so finish the song.
All my life I have been nurtured. All my life I have been so true.
And that last sentence goes with the nurture, right?
With everything that I am breathing, or something like that, I will think of the nurture of God.
Hold that thought. We're coming to that. Such an insightful from Bumi. Says such an insightful episode today.
Thank you,
the
Bumi.
way Oliver and DJ Val explored how our upbringing and environment shape us. A great way to start the weekend. Thank you so much, Bumi. Bumi. Also, thank you to Mr. Roberts for his live engagement, to Maggie as well, and to Bumi. I always love your live comments as well. Now, Ifoma is another one who's a crack up as well. Love the discussion on culture and identity. So many thought-provoking moments that really made me reflect on my own experiences. Thank you for another brilliant show. Thank you so much, Ifoma. That's really what we want you to reflect. We want some of these shows to cause you to pause and ponder, cause you to examine and just put things, because in the doing and business of life, life doesn't allow us sometimes to ponder the simple things.
Very true.
Just what is it that makes me tick? What is it that makes me who I am? How is it that I respond this way? Why is it that my triggers are X, Y, Z? Just thinking those thoughts, because we're so busy with life.
Is that the last one?
Femi, yes.
I was about to give them a round of applause.
Yes, round of applause. Sorry if you did and I missed it, but I like that name. DJ Val's thoughtful gesture was the perfect touch to last week's show. It reminded us all of the importance of little acts of love and appreciation. I have told Kule to take notes. Hello.
Sorry, bro. No be my fault.
No. Seriously. I mean, we're here, iron sharpening iron. So yes, if the missus is saying take note, yes,
stop
please.
Watching the show now.
Take note and do whatever it is. Pick up whatever you're learning from the show that will help make your life better.
I see.
Make and enrich your relationship.
Moving on.
Darren Forbister. Darren says he loved the trip down memory lane with international greetings, Bula from Fiji, and all other unique hellos reminded me of the beauty in the global. I love it, honestly. That's why I don't know, a part of me, whenever I meet people, I always say to them, how do you say hello in your language? It's such an icebreaker. It is an icebreaker because we're brown. So good to have Olive back on the show today.
Oh yeah, because you were back and then you came back.
Yeah.
Or you were away and then you came back.
Yeah, she brings such a unique vibe and the energy was incredible. Loved every minute. Unique vibe. I like the sound of unique vibe.
I'm going to have to stop myself from laughing, I think the comments are great, but again, odd faces that not just me but the real deal pulls as well. I think it's really, really funny. In case you joined us, you're probably wondering what's going on this week. This is our recap session. This is where we look back over the 16 episodes. Normally I would say 16 weeks, but it's not 16 weeks. It's longer than that because we took a little bit of a break at Christmas. So we look back over 16 episodes and we are doing a recap as we have come to the end of the season. So if you just joined us, you're never too late. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you all of our live chatters, all of our people that join us from behind the privacy glass. We are doing a recap of season 16 and it is going really good. I'm trying hard not to laugh too much, but so this season, again, we've got some staple features and as always, the real deal, my darling wife, loves to cover the news. I think in another life, she would like to have been a news reporter, but she always covers some news topics. So we just got a few news topics. There were quite a few that we covered, right? But we just got a few news topics just to give you an idea in terms of what it was that happened over the past 16 episodes. So keep it stuck, keep it sticked, and somewhere either that way or that way comes a juicy segment covering the news and interesting things. I think it was news and views. That's the word I'm thinking of. News and views. So keep it stuck, keep it sticked.
MasterChef presenter Greg Wallace has apologized for dismissing his accusers. Who are his accusers? He's allegedly inappropriate behavior towards quite a number of women. And in his response, he said, well, it was just this accusations come up by mid. No. He didn't say it was mine. He said it's just come up by middle class women of a certain age. So the statement was very dismissive, sexist, and
misogynistic.
That's it. And so I thought to myself, BBC constantly, for a while now, keeps getting into this pickle. So this is clearly a cultural thing. And so I thought one of the subjects I want us to look at next year is culture, nurture, and nature. And so this is one of the things we're going to touch on when we come to culture. And that, again, we will spend time on it. And very quickly, I wanted to do an update on some of our old favorite news. And one of the ones that resonated with us and we were very, very moved by was the sub-postmasters scandal. Remember the postmasters who were convicted of fraud, who were wrongly convicted of fraud.
Yep,
so
I remember that.
I've been following up the scheme and the payments, etc. So now there is a new compensation. What they've said for everybody whose judgment has been overturned or whose conviction was overturned, they were offering 600,000 as a final settlement for around 900 of them. And
I wonder if they have to pay tax on it.
I didn't check. And so they were going to give initially about 165,000 as the initial payment, but that was, people frowned on that. Again, there was an appeal on that, and now it's been upped a bit, and they said they're going to receive 200,000 as an interim payment. And those who want to negotiate for higher payouts can do so, but if you do so, how long is it going to take? This case has been going on for years. Mm-hmm. And I continue to pray for these people. There's no amount of money. But anyhow, this scandal is unfolding as we speak. Now, I'm going to touch on Equatorial Guinea because we touched on wisdom.
Ready for the censor button.
You didn't do applause for the comments.
I didn't get a chance to. You moved straight on.
Oh, sorry. Please go ahead. I'm going to pause. You do that, please. Yes. Can you do double? I like it. You need to do it after each person. That's how I prefer it.
It's a bit too long to do it after each person.
All right, then. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We just do it at the end of all of them.
Okay.
You can share it. Sharing is caring. There you go.
Okay.
Should we not go for a break?
All right, so we can pause. I just wanted to touch. Let me touch on this. Then when we come back, we go right into wisdom. So we're talking about governance, wisdom, and all of that. This very unwise minister in Equatorial Guinea has been found to be frolicking and cavorting with women in the State House. Now, the president, who has led them for over 45 years, who apparently turns a blind eye on many things, has shocked his people by now carrying out a thorough investigation, sacking people, everybody involved in this illicit scandal. He's more or less cleaning house. And I thought, okay, about time for an African leader to begin to do the right thing. Now, on the other hand, where has his governance wisdom been for 40-something years, to the point where all these scandals are happening under it's all money, isn't it? Well, that's the only reason why I wanted to touch on it. Moving on, we'll go on a break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Of course, we'll be right back.
For me, it's a proper, I treat it like date time, but anyway. Right. Really quickly, we've got so much to discuss today. On international news, the only one that got my attention, and for many reasons, Trump sends us back to plastic straws. He's reverted.
I actually thought that was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke.
That's good, actually.
Because, I mean, the whole thing was to do with straws, but it's a bit more than the straws. Because remember, to find plastic disposable cutleries is so hard. Now, because of what we do, events and all of that, sometimes you need it. And it became a problem. We've had to revert to wooden spoons, etc. But also sometimes at home with the kids, I want that. But he's saying, no, he likes the reusable plastics. He's saying...
Go on, I saw what he said, and it does make sense.
He made a case for it. He's saying, we're not getting rid of plastics, but let's make them reusable. Young lady she's in her 30s. She's got 4 kids, and she accidentally fell off balcony of a block, 9th floor of this towers in Leeds. And so the mystery is deepening around, did she kill herself? Did she fall off? Some people are saying there's safety latches on those windows, but you can still open them up. However, for me, the miracle there is that the baby survived.
Well, the baby fell out too.
She's pregnant, heavily pregnant.
Oh,
so the baby was born 5 weeks early, but the baby survived, and the baby apparently is responding and doing well.
So as much as we cover kind of fun and interesting topics, the last topic on there was quite a serious one as well. So we cover a wide gambit of things as well. And I really want to thank Olive for her research. I have nothing to do with her show programming. People think that we collaborate on it. She does it all by herself. The show is what's on her mind. I just help her out in terms of some of the technicals and just being here to be a support. But honestly speaking, she digs up some of these stories, and you see the things about the post office scandal and, the other things that she covers as well, which can be quite fun too. But, there is a serious side to what we do, and we are trying to create some awareness through here in terms of keeping you updated on this, kind of like weekly magazine show. What's next? I hear you say, DJ Val. Well, season 16, we, as I said, because it spanned over Christmas and going into the new year, the Real Deal kicked off with some great things to be able to anchor us, to be able to keep us motivated and on the right tracks. We covered things like wisdom, we did nature, nurture, and culture. There were just so many different things all encompassed. We cannot cover them all. So if you're thinking this is an exhaustive show that we cover everything in great detail, absolutely not. You're going to have to take your time to be able to go back and have a look on a YouTube channel on Soul Food Gospel. I think the information will be flashing up on the screen as you see it. But go back and, if you've got time, go back and listen to these shows. Next up is, as I said, it's the topics. So every show has a major topic. I know we cover quite a few things, but all shows kind of like have a major topic or a major theme. And we're going to look back and see some of the major topics and major themes of season 5. Okay, season 5. A lot to go through, so don't go nowhere. I hope you got your coffee. And you kind of settled down as well. Do feel free. We are watching the comments as they come in. Thank you all for your wonderful comments as they come in live. But let's see what topics we covered partially and fully in season 5.
About it, and when you plan for it, you're the most likely you will succeed. But if you don't plan, you're then planning not to succeed. If I don't get them done, so I'm being realistic. Pick it. Is it a physical task, an emotional task, a spiritual one that you're saying to yourself, I must achieve by the end of this year? But if I don't, it's okay for me to carry it over. In that way, you then set a new game plan for how you approach it in the first quarter of the year. Why do I say this? So that we don't get frustrated. Because what I hear happening with people is when they don't measure their success, they very easily get frustrated. But when you measure it, every small win matters. Could it be a professional one to do with work, whichever, but make it measurable. 2024, we've set a lot of foundational pillars. We've kind of scratched the surface. 2025, I'd like us as a collective to dig deeper. I like I always say, come up hither. What more can we do? How better can we get? I want us to begin to manage the anxiety that the end of the year brings, and the beginning of the year, and the lacklusterness that the beginning of the year brings. A lot of people, when you were praying before we started, you touched on that a bit, how this season brings a lot of depression for some people.
That's true.
But in the same token, some people are at their highest at this season. So in order to manage the highs and the lows and the roller coaster emotions that come with this season, I'd like us to do that focus drive inwards. Could it be a personal one? Could it be a family one? Could it be a professional one to do with work? Whichever. But make it measurable. Make it realistic. Don't set yourself up for a fall. And there's nothing wrong in saying, you know what? We'll have to carry this, or break it up into parts. One part has been done, another part will have to move over, or spill over into the next,
new year,
the new year.
And that now removes God from the whole thing. So
yeah. It was his notes anyway.
Yeah, hey, what can I say? And by he, it's DJ Val, just to make sure get it right.
So, and the third one, number 3. So first one, divine wisdom. Second one, human or earthly wisdom. Third one, and if there are any that you think of, put it in the notes. You've heard of. Put it. Let us know, please. Let's talk about
every other news fade away.
Yes, it really does fade away. Let him take center stage this week and the weeks to come. Right. We wanted to very quickly finish off the Christmas markets very, very quickly. Borough Market, Borough Market. You cannot talk about Christmas markets without talking about Borough Markets. You know where that one is? Just under London Bridge by the big cathedral. That's not Borough Market. You don't have the image of Borough Market, so don't worry.
No, I do, but it's just on another set of slides.
Okay, so Borough Market, you cannot. I want to whiz through them, so don't worry about the images because many of this.
We showed them last week, anyway. So
But these are more. Borough Market
okay.
is the big market. When we talked about places to go to in London, we mentioned Borough Market. Now in Christmas this season, the place is transformed. Again, it remains the place to go to. They have what they call a cheese evening. I couldn't find the exact day on the calendar for this year, and all the cheese makers and connoisseurs come out, and there is a big sale out on cheese if you're a cheese lover. Maybe I didn't research a bit more, but look into it if you're a cheese lover. With Gift Market all the way in Croydon, if you're that side of town.
Croydon, eh?
Yes, with Gift Market, they do, it's a proper like a flea market where they've got baked stuff, artwork.
I know where that is.
That's it. Candles.
That market's been there a long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah.
So Christmas, it comes alive. Living. You can't ignore one for the other. And I also believe, this is my personal conviction anyway. I believe that because we are created in the image of God, that none is a weak link. Each has its function.
Of course.
But if you understand it in the grand scheme of your life, then you're able to strike the balance where one doesn't overtake the other. And I found a scripture actually that talks about the tripartite man, and it's 1 Thessalonians 5:23. And there Paul is praying for the Thessalonians and saying, may the God of peace himself make you perfectly holy, and may you entirely he referred to as your spirit, soul and body be preserved blameless for the coming of our Lord Jesus. Their culture, the culture of this company, what I wanted us to look at was focus how this global company has impacted modern culture. And we talked about personal computing, cloud computing, and the gaming and entertainment industry. And so far, that's just 3 aspects that we know that they've had an impact in. Next week, we'll look at others. And
there's a lot more.
There's a lot more. I didn't realize. Oh no, they've spread across. And like I said, no matter what cave you live in, you've heard of Microsoft.
Your business runs on
no
Microsoft.
Matter what skill, what cave you live in, you've heard of Bill Gates.
Yeah, one's on Windows. I think one of the most popular operating systems was Windows XP.
XP, yeah.
And some companies still use it.
Still use it.
Like your one, right?
Yes.
XP was one of the most stable operating systems out there. So, and I'm an Apple guy, so for me to say that, then Anyway, let's not get into the big Apple debate. Maybe I should come back with a bit of Apple culture next week.
Maybe, or the week after.
Okay.
Wrap the season up with that. Who knows?
A bit of Apple culture and
I hope we haven't bored you. Tell us. Put it there. Answers in the postcard. How has this company impacted your world, impacted your home? How? What's
culturally?
What's your first experience of Microsoft? At work, at home? Which, tell us. Do you still grapple with Xbox and have to pull your kids off of it? Or even your other house off of it? Do you?
But you can use it to play. Oh no, I think that's maybe PlayStation. One of them you can use it to play. Back in those days, you could use it to play videos as well. DVDs and stuff like that as well. And then there's been out there. Anyway, let's not even bother to go down there. I must say, I do like that magnificent 7 of wisdom. A certain DJ Val, this guy here, had something to do with that. So if you are listening via the podcast, you won't see me pointing to myself. It is, it was me when we talk about that. But, it's what's mine is hers and what's hers is mine. and what's mine is I really don't know how that goes. But anyway, a lovely, great section there with some really great digging deep as well. The whole Microsoft thing, brilliantly done again. And I listen back to the shows as well. Remember, you can catch them on the podcast. I'm gonna flash up the new link for YouTube. In there, I'd love you guys to go over to subscribe as well. Quite a few of you have gone over and subscribed, but I'd like more to go over to subscribe. We are moving over to that channel for Olive's show, What's on Your Mind. She's grown in her own right, and we want to give her her own topic, her own section, or her own podcast window, her own avenue to separate it from what we do in terms of the music on the show. So that was the topics. And I'm sure in season 6, we're going to have a whole load more topics to do. But one of our favorites, one of the things that you guys love, she has a great understanding, and she being the real deal, has a great understanding of, she loves cooking. And because of that, she knows about herbs and knows about a lot of things when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? And she covered... It didn't cover what I wanted, which was 5-bird roast, but there is things on there around not just herbs, but I think salmon and all that kind of stuff is all covered in there. So let's have a look and see what she had to say about herbs and food and other bits and pieces that all go around. She would have been like, have you been looking at my notes? I said,
flesh and blood revealed it to you, eh? Okay. No worries. Quickly, its benefits. Mm-hmm. The succulent fruit comes loaded with healthy unsaturated fat. Now, this reduces blood pressure and consequently prevents cognitive decline. It's also rich in more new unsaturated fats, which contribute to healthy blood flow. This leads to, again, to improved cognitive function. It's also high in omega-3 fatty acids because of the other monounsaturated fats. And these are amongst the few nutrients that promote brain health. Now, it's loaded with omega-3 in it. As we know, anything that's got omega-3 in it is great brain food. Now, we're going to go into more details, as I said, as the weeks go by, and we will unpack them bit by bit. You can eat it anyhow, raw. You can make guacamole, of course, with it. You can put it in your smoothie.
It like that.
You can eat it that way. You can mash it up and have it with your toast, with your fries. It's a lovely dip, and it's a good accompaniment to both breakfast and main meals. You add it to your salads. Whichever way, there's a lot you can do with it. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we kick off on corporate culture. How about that?
How about that?
8 a.m.
Now, because
you said that word wrong.
I'm never going to say it. You've said it for both of us, that's fine. Because it helps with, it helps put you to sleep. Of course, it can help with insomnia. But the one I did not know, which I don't know how true this is it can help with alopecia, hair loss. I don't know. They say studies have shown.
Okay.
And of course, we talked about acne, burns, and all of that. And of course, they said because of its healing properties and its mood boosting properties, they've used it on people who are recovering from the side effects of chemotherapy. And it has helped with their recovery. All the nausea and all of that they get after chemo, that's helped with it. And on to the meat of the day.
Let's have a look and see what we've got.
It's not five.
Actually, no.
No, I didn't give you salmon. No, I wanted to just talk about it. No,
you didn't give me.
Everybody knows what salmon looks like. I don't need an image for salmon. I just wanted to touch on it very quickly.
Okay,
for those of you who are thinking of what fish to add onto your next week I'll give you another fish, but this week it's salmon. It is a good source of omega-3. It helps our brain, our eyes. No, it's not. It's okay. You're the meat person. Let's talk to the fish people. So, and it helps.
They're all meat people out there.
No, this Beckett, Allison, a few people said they wanted to talk about fish. So the thing I like about salmon, it's a simple fish to cook. Simple. Now, it's two ways. You either want it with the bone or you don't want it with the bone. So it's you can apply it topically or use it for aromatherapy. People usually associate lavender with two specific traits. It's fragrance and its color. To the point where the color is called is named after it, lavender, a shade of purple. It also has other many potential benefits. May for aromatherapy, calming scent, which helps you sleep. And that's why in chamomile tea, the combination works very well.
Lavender.
Inhaling the oil can also help with the limbic system of the brain, and it has sedative functions. Ooh. Yes, that's why in those days for children with colic, they will put it on their pillow or put it by their ears, so that in the Victorian, even now, people still use it. For pain relief, lavender has anti-inflammatory properties that can help ease aches and pains. So a study showed that inhaling lavender essential oil for 15 minutes can help reduce migraine and headache pain. Mood.
Some people at work need to have a bit of lavender. I'm going to suggest that now when they say I've got a migraine. So.
Mood booster. Lavender can help boost your mood and reduce depression. Of course, whenever you find herbs that naturally have a pungent but nice fragrance, having the aromatherapy for 20 minutes a day may help reduce hot flushes. 20 minutes a day? I don't have that. How's that going to help me? That's why it's good for things like skin infections, like shingles, eczema, dry feet, dry skin, because it helps with it. It helps put you to sleep. Of course, it can help with insomnia. But the one I did not know, which I don't know how true this is, it can help with alopecia, hair loss. I don't know. They say studies have shown. Okay. And of course, we talked about acne, burns, and all of that.
Said no mention of the delicious 5-bird roast, which I am still waiting for. I'm believing God that I will be able to get it as well. How are you all enjoying this show? It is hilarious, right? I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm here as well. So The Real Deal is away. As you know, she's on a season break, and it gives us the opportunity to bring in some new people. Just a bit of a heads up, we've got so many guests that we're bringing in. If you're watching this live, next week, Joshua Kessler joins us. Phenomenal minister of the gospel, such a great worship leader, great singer. He's got a great story to share with you, and you don't want to miss that interview next week on What's on Your Mind. We go into our special shows and we kick it off with none other than Mr. Joshua Kessler. But guess what? We have come to the end of this very special edition recap, go back in time, rewind selector show, where we've covered, the things that have happened. Not all of them, but some that's happened in season 16. Season 5. Season 16, I'm speaking prophetically now, in season 5. I will say this, which is, really important. We value your comments and we value all of your contributions. We can never do this by yourself. But one of the key things that people always speak about when it comes to the both of us on this show is the laughs. And we do have a laugh. Our house is full of laughs and joy and jokes. We're all got a bit of a funny bone with us as well. So when you see us carrying on, it's not for the cameras. We behave ridiculously all the time in the house as well, and it's quite funny. Alistair's got his own funny bone to it, and we all love to crack jokes and have some fun. So we're gonna let you sign out, or I'm gonna sign out with the last section, which is what we call the laughs. The Real Deal will call some of the outtakes. They're not outtakes because we keep everything in. We never edit anything out of the shows. We leave it all in there so that you get you get the real essence of what we're doing, and we're going to do that as well. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without the infamous Flowergate. Those of you can remember what happened in Flowergate, right? We've left that in there for you to continue laughing. But thank you so much indeed. As I said, we will be back next week. Joshua Kessler will be with us. Do take the opportunity to subscribe to the new channel as well. Thank you all so much for your time. I want to thank all of the Soul Food Gospel technical guys that done so much to move the station on. I know I always get credit for it, but there are people here that help, that come up with suggestions, that have allowed the station to be able to move and evolve. We're now on TuneIn, MyTuner. We've done so much in such a short space of time, and we give all the glory to God, because we could never have done it by ourselves or on our own, and we're truly grateful for all the graphics and all that kind of stuff as well. So we're going to leave you with the laughs to keep you laughing on your Saturday morning. Be warned, they're all together, so have fun, enjoy, take good care, God bless. I pray you all have a fantastic weekend, you all have a fantastic week, and thank you for being part of What's on Your Mind, part of the Soul Food Gospel family. Take good care. I shall see you all, well, I won't see you, Joshua will see you all next week. Take good care. See ya. Laughs up next.
Hello.
You're supposed to finish the rap.
4 weeks away, or is it 5 weeks away?
Let's try that intro again.
Okay.
Once again, back.
The Real Deal, Olive. I'm not saying the Manimal. No,
the incredible Rhyme Animal.
Okay. All right, let's try that again. Okay. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm a bit rusty.
Holiday mode.
No, I wasn't
going
really.
local down in Acapulco.
I wasn't really in holiday. Go for it.
Okay, once again, back.
The incredible, the fantastic, the gifted, the talented, the one and only DJ Val.
Okay, all right, that will pass. Welcome. We are...
Sorry about that. I'm a bit rusty.
We are back. Well, someone's back. I never left. I was always here, making sure everything was all right. Thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. It's the festive season. We might just throw it in. And last year, somebody mentioned that DJ Val was looking for a five-bird roast. 5-bird roast. Yeah. 5-bird roast. 5-bird roast. Oh my goodness. It's too soon to be talking about 5-bird roast. You sing it or you hum it? Which one? Yeah, sing it, hum it. You know, my voice is in tune, so it's one of the same things, really. You know, when you've got it, you got it. When you haven't, you just haven't, have you? Okay. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. The song or you? Yes, me, darling. Oh my goodness. You are the gift that keeps on giving. I thought Jesus was the gift that keeps on giving. Are we not made in his image, in his likeness? So he's the gift. So you would first say that he's the gift that keeps giving before you follow. Jesus he's in a category by himself. I'm just saying. Are you okay? Yeah. All right. How does that feel? All right, the gift that keeps on giving. Let's keep on giving to our audience or our listeners. How are you all? Welcome back. The gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? That's a new name. I hope you. Oh my God. You are the gift that keeps giving to your loved ones. Here's a question that I asked on the Tuesday show. Yes, sir. What's the best Christmas present you've ever given somebody? Given or received? No, not received. Given. I don't keep track of my giving, darling, so I can't remember. That's not the answer that we're looking for. You're just not playing fair now. No, but seriously, come on, you should know me better. I don't. No,
I can't
that's
remember
not.
what I had.
It's not about knowing.
Ago.
But sometimes there's some gifts. Come on, that stand out. You know, something that it hits the spot, and you think, wow, that was really. That was really
okay.
Good
What about me then? I'm the best gift I've ever given to you.
I didn't argue with that. But
okay, moving on.
Handled like a professional, didn't you? Did you see how that was so coolly done?
What's the best gift you've ever given someone?
Yeah, what's the best gift? We all talk about the best gift we've received, but what's the best gift you've ever given somebody? For Christmas, not for a birthday, for Christmas. I'm interested.
Does it have to be Christmas? Oh, excuse me? For God so loved the world that he gave. Love propelled the giving. Now, if I love you and I give you a gift, come on, surely there must be a part of me that is pleased. Like you just said, you give a gift and you nailed the gift.
I just thought of something, but I dare not say it
Don't
on air.
even say it.
That's all I need.
Okay.
I just remember somebody said it at church. It was hilarious. They were in an argument and they actually said it. But sorry, continue. Otherwise, I'm going to start laughing because it just came back to my memory.
You see, the thing about that laugh is we can't share it with you. He's laughing because so much, he's crying.
Wait, if I tell you what I was thinking, all right, I'm going to say it anyway. Everybody knows what I mean. So when you were saying that for God so loved the world or whatever, I was going to say, can we keep Jesus out of it, please? And somebody said in an argument in church, they were arguing. The person said, look, can we just keep Jesus out of this argument?
Unfortunately, he is the reason for the season. The breaking news. So I ain't keeping him out of anything.
Oh,
he's involved in this front, middle, and center. Right. Alternatives to the things. Miss Olive, my full name is Chidima Anugwafadayomi, hailing all the way from the east side of Nigeria.
Are you sure about that now?
I'm hailing all the way from the... You're questioning where I was born?
You've now been transmuted to the west.
Okay, so I was born in the east side of Nigeria. You know what? Let's move on with the show. Good morning. How are you all? Oh, your part of the show, your comments from last week's show.
Are we going to talk about a certain lady at women's conference?
Yeah, we'll touch on it a little bit, but I just want to go to our listeners' part of the show. And last week...
They touched on it in the comments last week.
Yes, you touched on the women's
What can we say?
You touched on the women's conference on your live chat. Thank you for those of you who saw us there. Thank you. Glory be to God. And hopefully at the end of the show.
Have the tire marks gone from my back yet? Are they still there?
When I use the word throw you under the bus, it's in a nice way. As in, I can use him as an example. Because if I use any other person, they'll take it personal and they get offended. But if I use you, there's no offense. And you do it to me all the time anyway.
What? Me? No.
C'est vrai?
I would... Moi?
Toi?
Never.
Okay. Back to our viewers' comments. And some of how we're going to deal with this, I derived from his notes.
And just in case you're listening on the podcast, the person she's talking about is me, DJ Val. Val and Sugar, the voice of modern radio. Because you're saying the person sitting next to me and they were going to be listening on the podcast thinking, I wonder who's sitting next to her.
Thank you for that clarity, DJ Val.
That's okay. Anytime.
Thank you. So that DJ Val, when he's wearing that other hat, he's called Elder Val.
Elder Val.
So,
dun, 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 dun.
And
may the Lord bless you.
Oh, please. So, like I said, we're not going to rush this. We're going to take our time because we've got how many more weeks before we'll start counting down to Christmas? So we will do our best. I would try not to bore you, but please stay with me because this is a crucial part of our...
Surprise!
What?
How did I hide these in the studio? And she didn't know. You are amazed, right?
Why are you giving me flowers on the show.
I think the word she was thinking of was thank you, DJ Val. Such a thoughtful gesture. I guess that's not the kind of wisdom we want to be seeing on this show. Don't follow that, ladies. Don't follow that.
No, seriously. No, but he gives me flowers. My husband gives me flowers. I always have fresh flowers. Kitchen, living room, I always have fresh flowers. So that is not. But why are you presenting it on the show, though, is the question.
Because it's a surprise.
Just because. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Any reason? For no reason, right?
There's no reason.
Yeah, that's the thing. He gives me for no reason flowers. So I'm a bit taken aback that you're doing it publicly. Because it's something you've done.
I have to go to the shop. They see me buying them. It's not really like it's a secret.
No, I mean, you get me.
I don't go there with a balaclava and a mask on.
Stop it. You're presenting it on air. That's why I'm wondering, because you don't need. He's given me flowers for years. I kid you not. Even when we were separated, when we were divorced, he used to send me flowers. He used to get me flowers. So it's part of, it's just what you do. That's why I'm like, why do you need to present it on the show?
Because it's a surprise.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Well, guys, if you're wondering how to impress your woman, obviously, that may not work.
Well, it will work if she doesn't get flowers.
I've got wisdom now. I won't do that again, will I?
No, you do it, but you're on air. Okay, thank you. It being on air is what's thrown me off. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Well, let me make you look at the flowers. They're nice, isn't it? All right.
How did I get them into the studio and she had no idea they were here?
I don't micro monitor you.
No ideas flowers were there.
Oh, they match my scarf.
And I think on that note, we're gonna go. It's been a while. But there you go. That was my dose of wisdom for today. Practical wisdom. Wisdom that, faith without works is dead. Faith not, people. Bold faith. Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Okay. It's all right. Anyway, if you want to see what I do next week and check that reaction out, then come back over here to soulfoodgospel.com and please, I would love your comments. I would love your comments. I'm sure you're going to light up the chat. The chat's lighting up. And the comments at the end, you guys are going to be absolutely, it's amazing. I know.
You are a wise man. Thank you.
I am.
You just took me by surprise.
That's what I do. Just when you think you've worked me out right. Mm-hmm. I come back with another
guys.
surprise.
Let's pray. This time around, I'm still laughing. You do the closing prayer.
Well, Father, thank you for this cross that I have to bear. The 39 stripes and everything else that goes with it, Lord God. I will carry that cross. I am not rejected. I am loved by you, Lord. Your love covers a multitude of sins.
Say the benediction.
And covers a multitude of wounds. Yes, Lord God. Anyway, listen, I just thank everybody, as always, for taking the time out to be with us on the Soulfood Show. God bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you. And may he give you peace. Have a great weekend. I will see you. Maybe I won't see you next week. I don't know. Maybe she'll be by herself. I don't know. But no, I will see you next week. We will be back next week. We will be back next week. Yes, we will be back next week.
Yes, we're back next week.
And we are going to post the schedule as well. But
herb of the week, fruit of the week.
Oh, and meat of the week.
We're throwing that in, right?
We're gone. We are gone. We're really gone. Thank you so much.